And here we are, the final Beatles album, Let It Be. But in a way, Abbey Road was the final one. It ended with a song called The End, as opposed to Get Back, as in Get Back to Abbey Road. And half of Let It Be was actually recorded before Abbey Road in early 1969, around the sort of the Get Back sessions, I think they were called. And also some of it was recorded live. Only Beatles album to have some live songs on it. You know, I think it was Dig a Pony and maybe Get Back were recorded on the roof of Apple Corps on January 30th, 1969. But that's enough waffle. That's enough waffle. We're going to get straight in, not even going to edit this, straight in to the first song, Two of Us, which starts, like many tracks on Let It Be, with a weird bit of speech. I Dig a Pigby by Charles Hawtrey and the Deaf Aids, Phase 1, in which Doris gets her oats. And if you didn't know, gets her oats actually means gets a bit of sex. English thing, I didn't know till my dad told me. Bit traditional, that. And it's alright, isn't it? Two of Us, I like it. It's quite a simple song. It's catchy. I like Ringo's drumming. You know what I mean? And I also like the lyrics. You and I have memories farther in the road that stretches out ahead. It's saying, you and I go way back. It's quite simple lyrically. It's not trying to say anything really deep. It's just about friendship. And I think it's the friendship between John and Paul, this song. John and Paul share lead vocals. It's duality of man, isn't it? It's the two of them all back together after the travesty that was the White Album, which is a great album, but as it's not really a Beatles album, is it? It's just 4 solo albums sort of forcefully stuck together. And the other thing I like about Two of Us, it's quite casual, isn't it? The sound of it, it's like it's a jam session. It's not really forcing it down your throat. It's quite a nice mellow start to the album. It's like, oh yeah, that's why I like the Beatles. It's just 4 guys who are mates having a little sing-song. That's what Two of Us is to me. And I like how they sort of start whistling at the end. They're just sort of having a good time, you know, which is a bit weird for them at this point in time, because they all fucking hated each other, want to kill each other, mainly because they're all, you know, 30 years old and married, and that's when you start really hating your life, when you get married, unless she's fit. Anyway, Two of Us is going in at 117, 117. Till the end of time, because it's only yours and mine, and I'm feeling glad all over December, glad all over, baby, I'm glad all over, so glad you're mine. Dig a Pony now at 126. I can't make any sense of Dig a Pony. I don't know what the fuck does it mean? You can celebrate anything you want, I suppose, is a statement on religious freedom. You can syndicate any boat you row. I don't know, make the most of life, make your own decisions. I think that might be trying to what it say. All I want is you, everything's got to be da da da. That's probably about Yoko or some bloody Japanese girl John was shacking up behind her back or whatever. Whatever. I don't care. Interestingly, this was, if you listen to all the Beatles work chronologically, this is the first Beatles song that was released live, because every other Beatles song that was released up to this point was a studio track. This is from the rooftop. Well, this version of Dig a Pony, they probably did some in whatever fucking, was it Twickenham Studios they recorded Abbey Road? Oh, get it right, Harry, let it be at. But whatever, Dig a Pony. What are you getting on about? It's quite catchy. I like the drumming. But Ringo's very good for all of Let It Be. He's doing different things. I think he's particularly signs on One After 909. But we're not at that yet. So that's it for Dig a Pony. Fuck off. 126. Other girls may try to take me away. Take me away. But you know, if by your side I will stay. I'll stay. Our love will last now. Till the end of time. may notice I am in a cupboard, but do not think too much of it, because we are here not to talk about interior design, but in fact the Beatles song Across the Universe, which is going in at number 96. It's alright, isn't it? It was originally recorded as some sort of charity song for an animal group by John and Hugo, and then the Beatles also did a version on a single which was slightly different and had sounds of birds in that. And then they did this version on the album, which is slightly faster or slightly higher pitch, something like that. It's quite nice, isn't it? Across the Universe. It's sort of like, it's another like sort of, get your bloody words out, Harry. You know, only a northern song and things like that. Like I say, stream of consciousness. It's just sort of. Yeah, you get it? You get it, definitely. There's no way you couldn't understand what I just said. That was perfectly clear. It's going on about nothing's going to change my world. Jaggeroo Dava Om. I don't know what that means. I probably did it at some point, but I've forgotten. It's a load of bollocks. And this song's a load of bollocks, really, but it's a load of pleasant sounding bollocks, with this sort of message of the oneness of the universe. Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup, which is sort of saying you've got verbal diarrhoea. So words are flowing out like endless rain. That's like what I'm doing right now. I'm just talking absolute shit. So what it basically means is I shat in a cup. What other words in here? Nothing's going to change my world, which really, although it does sound quite spiritual, it's quite a closed-minded view. Nothing's going to change my world if you're not going to let anyone affect you, if you're not going to take on anyone else's ideas. And really, what's the point in even being in civilization? Fuck off to a cave if you're not going to let anyone change your world. You know, unless you've already let enough people change your world and you've, you know, perfected your worldview. You know, let a few people change your world. With consent, don't just let people steamroll you, but change your world. Let people take on other people's ideas. That's my view. Can't just go around saying I'm right, because you'll never see your errors and you'll just keep making the same mistakes over and over again. What I've basically done here is absolutely talked about the song. What? I've not talked about the song at all, and instead talked about you know, life mindsets and that. But anyway, it's going at number 99. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96. 96.
And I'm feeling glad all over, yes I'm glad all over, baby I'm glad all over, so glad you're mine. I'm so glad you're mine. I'm so glad you're mine now. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm in mine. Jesus, get your chest away, mate. I'm in Mine is a George song sort of about the state of the world and the human consciousness in a way. I'm in Mine, it's talking about self-obsession. And as someone who is very self-obsessed, I can relate. But the basic message of the song is, everywhere you go, it's all me, 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 me. I think. I like it. It's very catchy. I like the lyrics, flow more freely than wine. I, me, me, mine. I think, despite the fact it's trying to pass itself off as this really deep song, my favourite bit of it is the I, me, me, mine. Because, you know, in life, it's nice to have a deep sort of conscious understanding of the universe, but it's also nice to hear quite loud guitar licks. Dun, 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 dun. George is amazing in this song on guitar. Very, very nice, very nice. But I like it, but it's not his best work, is it? It's no Here Comes the Sun. It's not While My Guitar Gently Weeps. But Let It Be wasn't his best album, really, George. If they'd let him have something like All Things Must Pass on here, I might have a different view on that. But for you, Blue and I, Me, Mine, it's not really a best showing, is it, mate? Poor. But I do like it, to be honest, yeah? Just going in at number 55. I've put Dig It at 181. I like Dig It. I like it. But I can't really view it as a serious musical piece, can I? It's nice. I like Dig It. I'm not saying it's bad by putting it third from bottom. I suppose I am saying it's bad. But it's not a song, is it? Like a Rolling Stone. It's just saying random bollocks for like 23 seconds. I like the way it segues into Let It Be. Half angels come. It's a bit cynical. It's like John saying, let it be. Woo. Look at you, Paul. Aren't you all clean and nice and angelic? I'm going to do this shit instead. Which, is a bit jealous, but it's also... he's making himself look like a bit of a dickhead, isn't he, John, by putting that on there? But it's all in good humour. I've got to assume it's all in good humour. I wasn't there. I don't know if they were having a bit of a fight. They might have been rowing, getting all spraying aftershave in each other's eyes and putting molten down soap all down their necks. But it could have been a really nice time. I don't know. I wasn't there. From what I can see of the Let It Be movie, it was a real shit show. But Dig It. Good old Back Busby and Doris Day. I'm so sorry.
Made suspicious by your awkward glances. I'm not sorry and we took our chance, and now your head's a bit of a mess. I'm gonna put it down to success. I'll be waiting for you when you wanna go. When you wanna go.
I quite like Let It Be, so I put it in at 24. Let It Be.
Let It Be. Probably one of the Beatles' most famous songs. Everyone and their mum knows Let It Be. But people probably know about it because it's quite good. Everyone knows the story about Let It Be was written. Paul was going through an hard time, doing speedballs and drinking and smoking and staying up late and not brushing his teeth. So, in a dream, his mum came to him and said, Paul, just let it be. And then he made a song out of it. He woke up and sat down at his piano, went boom, 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 and all that garbage. And what he wrote was actually quite good. I like Let It Be. It's a class song, this. I like the piano, I like the guitar solo. I like Paul's vocals, very soulful. Sort of effortless, really, Paul's vocals in this song. Just flowing out of his mouth. He's not struggling to reach high notes. It comes naturally to him. Not to be confused with Act Naturally, the 1965 song off of Help. That's something completely different. But anyway, Let It Be. Also, the titular song of this album is going in at 24.0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0-0.
I've been waiting for you when you wanna go, when you wanna go. Oh, so petty and so pretentious, false opinion and rising tension. I don't think that will work. You'll never get me in the dirt. Made suspicious by your awkward.
You know what I said about Dig It, how you can't really consider it a song because it's a bit short and all that, and how it's not very good. Well, Maggie Mae, I've actually put it 30. Because I love Maggie Mae. I like the version out of the movie Nowhere Boy. You might have heard of it, or you might not have, in which case you'd be quite confused. It's about the origins of the Beatles, John Lennon and Paul McCartney in Liverpool, John with his fat quiff and all his check shirts and that. John plays Maggie Mae at the county fete where John and Paul met. That rhymed! But Maggie Mae, it's a brilliant song, isn't it? Brilliant. I can tell they're having a bit of a laugh. It's got sort of that skiffle sound to it in the guitars, and it sort of brings them back to their roots. They get back. See what I did there? To Liverpool. It's a traditional Liverpool folk song, so that's quite nice. Them going back to that, going back to one of the original songs of John and the Gang, having a little touch back to the past, you know. Because, you know, it's all well and good moving forward, and it's more important to move forward than look back in the past. But I think sometimes you got to go, that was alright, wasn't it? So, Maggie Mae is going in at 30.
Suspicious by your awkward glances. I'm not sorry and we took our chance, and now your head's a bit of a mess. I'm gonna put it down to success. I'll be waiting for you when you wanna go, when you wanna go. I'll be waiting.
Oi, I've got a feeling, yeah? 27, yeah? Yeah, do you know why, yeah? Because oh man, that hurt. Going at 27, yeah? Because I think it's quite good. I'm gonna feel it. I like the all these years of me wondering why someone told me all I was looking for was someone who looked like you. I like that bit. Paul's vocals are impeccable on this. He's got used to over years of singing, going to that volume and still having a bit of control, which I think is very good in this song, especially considering it's also live from the rooftop. Not to be confused with Live from the Car, my live album. Yes, I did perform a 30-minute concert in my car at 3 a.m. It's unlisted. Do comment below if you want me to send you the link or whatever. But let's continue talking about I've Got a Feeling. It's quite a simple song, really, lyrically. I've got a feeling, feel it deep inside, oh yeah. Simple romance song buzzwords like that, feeling deep inside, basic lyrical stuff. So that's not what's carrying this song. It's not being carried by the lyrics. It doesn't have any big sweeping statements to say, I've got a feeling. It's being carried by Paul's voice, the guitars, Ringo's drums, and the actual tonality of the song, the tunefulness, and how memorable it is. And I like I've Got a Feeling. I think if I've Got a Feeling at least once a month. anytime someone says I've got a feeling, I instantly think, I've got a feeling! Because it's one of them songs where it uses a common phrase. So every time you hear that phrase, you think of the song. That's quite a clever strategy to get you to remember a piece of music. Right, I'm going to shut up now. I've had that pen for 24 years, which is probably why it's a bit run out of ink. But let's conclude there. I've got a feeling this going at number 26.
When you wanna go, when you wanna go.
After 909 is one of my favourite Beatles songs, and you're probably thinking, what the fuck? Why? It's so good! It is so good! And that's probably because the Beatles had 6 odd years to fine tune it, because they started playing One After 909 in the late 50s, early 60s. When they were recording Please Please Me, One After 909 was supposed to be on Please Please Me. So they probably got used to playing it. Every album they recorded, they'd be like, oh, let's get this out. Not going to put it on, let's have a little jam session. I don't think this one's live, but the keyboard, it's got keyboards in it, so it might be. I like the keyboards. I don't know if they're from Billy Preston, the man himself, or some miscellaneous Beatles member. But it's really good. It's probably one of the Beatles' best songs, which is why I put it at number 2. I'm a sucker for any song that's got the drum bit that goes... like we don't advertise. Hey, baby, don't be cause eyes. You know, see, that's good. Remember all the words. Like Blue Suede Shoes has it as well. Do anything that you wanna do. I'm just making a fool of myself now. Making a fool of myself. But One After 909, the best bit's the drums. Read it. I can't physically show you on my thighs how good the drums are. Go and listen to it right now. You will know that the drums carry this song. Ringo's just thrashing it out. I know it was freezing up there on the rooftop, or it might have been cold in the studio because they couldn't afford heating. But he's really fucking going at it. He must have been sweating his balls off on that drum set, you know? It carries the whole song. The drums make it. Ringo was such a great drummer, and really I think without Ringo the Beatles would have only had about one number 29 on the charts. That's all they would have done without Ringo. He carries the Beatles. Ringo's the most important Beatle. I've said it, it's true. He's in every song. He's in every single song except Ballads of John and Yoko and Yesterday and Julia and Mother Nature's Son. Yeah. At 23, it's The Long and Winding Road, quite an emotional song, quite sad. I would not be surprised if you've cried to it, listening to it. I haven't, but you may well have. I've cried to Real Love. That's the only Beatles song I think I've cried to. But anyway, oh, fuck, what's it called? Give me a second, mate. The Long and Winding Road. It's sort of about a lost love. Someone who's been sort of left out in the rain and they're been feeling like a rusty old wheel. Who cares? And they're like, You know what? I'm not going to have this, mate. Take me back. My heart will pull me back to you. Opposites attract. Which is something people in awful relationships and magnetic scientists say. But, yeah, it's like being pulled back to a lover. It's transcending power. The best bit is the bit that goes, many times I've been alone. Many times I've cried. Anyway, I'll never know. Anyway, I've tried. Took a bit of a twist on that little bit of the song there. But, I like it. I like The Long and Winding Road. It's very catchy. I think of it on a monthly basis, maybe no more than that, but that's good enough, isn't it? Good enough for one specific song out of 190 odd Beatles songs. Fuck, I don't know what to say about it, to be honest. It's quite hard to talk about The Long and Winding Road. I like the piano. Something different, isn't it? Bit of piano. I'm going to stop waffling now. I'll see you for You Blue.
I'll be waiting for you when you wanna go, when you wanna go.
Now it's For You Blue at 33. Well, it's really just a chance for George to do a straight, sort of basic love song, which he hasn't been able to do for years because he's been doing all this crazy spiritual stuff about gently weeping guitars and all the faults in the universe and the greed and sin on planet Earth and what happens within you and without you and the inner light and all that bollocks. What he's done here is a classic 12-bar blues. It's memorable, gets stuck in your head, you listen to it, you go... You know? It's just music. It's music. You just go, yeah, I like this, I like this. It's about a simple little love story. Nothing too major there. And it's quite clever, really, if you think about it, because it's a blues song and it's got the word blue in the title. And you and blue rhyme as well. So it's all very musically in tune there. Musical minds, isn't it? Musical minds. That's a bit Nazi, actually. Probably not do that. But For You Blue, there's a bit of banter in the guitar section, isn't there? All about Elmore James and Bobcat Bob, all of that. It's Carl Perkins inspired, and Carl Perkins was a good friend of George Harrison. If you did not know, he was quite a big fan. They performed together in 1985. Probably cut the waffle now. All just going on about nothing. No. It's all done. One song left. So I'm going to shut her up about For You Blue. Get on to the last song, because it's time for this to end. I've had a fucking enough of it. I'm sick of it. Really am. Really sick. Really am sick. It makes me angry. It makes me really, really angry. I'm sick of it. I'm not joking. I fucking can't take it anymore. I'm fucking sick of it. I don't know what to say. I'm fucking sick of it. Really angry I am. Really angry. Really am sick of it, actually. Really sick. Really am sick of it. I'm not joking, I really am sick of it. So I'm going to cut it there before I blow up the world. For You Blue is going in 33.
I'm wasting my life, I'm wasting my life, I'm a procrastinator, a sick kid, but what does it matter to you? Do you smoke or are you just a poser?
At 33, it's the final Beatles song, apart from Bassmasters. Get Back. It's very good, isn't it? It's got a sort of Johnny Cash rhythm to it. Bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum, like that. and I like it. Get Back, I like it. It's quite a strange song. It tells a story with the words. Well, no, I'm not really sure what the story means. It's a sort of song where you have it on and you sort of lip sync the words as it goes along, and boom, 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 boom. That bit I like. Get Back, boom, 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 boom. Of course, you know what I mean, because everything I explain perfectly, and I make it so clear exactly what I'm trying to say. But Get Back, it's weird because it's a very good song, but it's very hard to put it into words what makes it good. Paul's good on vocals. Get back, get back. Really enjoying himself. But I can't say anything about Get Back, and to be honest, I'm lost for words. I've done 190 odd of these songs, and I've come to the last one. I thought it'd be quite a dramatic end, but I've got bollocks all to say.
Out of touch, out of sight, out of order. I ain't bad, I'm just another damaged good. I screw up, but I can quit when I wanna. I'm wasting my life, my life, my life. I'm wasting my life.
Bye-bye.